Welcome to the floor, the Prime Minister.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just one species dominates Earth, us. Our cleverness, our inventiveness, and our activities have and still are altering every part of our planet and surroundings, every part of our ecosystem. Now, humanity is simply the human race. The human condition is the characteristics or the key events and situations which compose the essentials of our human existence and complexity, such as growth, emotionality, aspiration in life in general, conflict, mortality, and many more other aspects. We are here to discuss why humanity's situation today is better than the potential situation in 100 years. I'd like to start off by pointing out the fact that planet Earth is exhausted, and this will affect humanity negatively. There are now more than 7 billion of us on Earth, according to CBS. This number is actually expected to double by the end of this century, and it will go off from there. There is no reverse in that situation. As our numbers increase, we continue to increase our need for far more food, far more land, and far more transport, and far more energy in general. But, ladies and gentlemen, our resources will not be able to satisfy this huge population, the population that keeps on growing and growing. We suffer from major catastrophic threats, starting from climate change, which caused oceans to dry, thus decreasing the water that's not only used for drinking, but also gets in the industry of food, clothes, and buildings. All of these are fundamental parts of our existence that we can't exist without. According to The Guardian, it takes 100 liters of water to produce 1 cup of coffee, 9,000 liters of water to produce a cotton pajama. So, it's only reasonable to infer that as time passes by, resources are getting more scarce, the demand is increasing. It doesn't take much mental effort to put one and one together and see that this will only worsen the situation. Having to fight over these scarce resources that get more scarce by the minute, thus amplifying the danger our planet is facing, and not enough efforts are being put into trying to save it, to the biggest extent possible, of course, will inevitably lead for more wars. These wars will be based on basic human needs. Nations will start having its citizens drift apart. Consequently, families themselves will start to disintegrate. Wars would actually go as narrow as to become on one-to-one scale. When it comes to survival, our primal instinct wakes up. We will be going back to how it was thousands of years ago, inverse evolution, and we can congratulate our race for steadily activating survival of the fittest 2.0. This is us simply going through an unfortunate case of reverse evolution due to the fact that we ruined the platform of our existence, which is our planet. Moving on to my second point, we are being deprived from very important parts of our humanity, the core foundations of what makes us simply humans. First off, with instant communication, from the full dependency on social media, comes consumption of lots of time without actually communicating with each other. This is a fundamental shift of how we interact with each other as a race. According to Times newspaper, a poll done under its supervision showed that teenagers actually favor communicating through text rather than communication in person. They're actually becoming more unable to effectively communicate interpersonally with those around them, and one of our most distinctive characteristics is our ability to communicate way better than other species. This ability led us to create these great civilizations, to create trade, to evolve as a whole and reach the amount of development that we reach today. Another point is that we are losing our privacy. The fact that every dollar you spend every item you buy, every event you participate in is constantly recorded somewhere, somehow. The fact that you can't walk down the street in town without being visible on at least a dozen different cameras, including mobile cameras, is making humans be treated as if they are in some boot camp. Commodities that are constantly under surveillance, as if they're being punished. We as humans are the dominant, superior race. We made Earth under our service. It is in our psychology to like feeling in control of our lives. Depriving us of our privacy is going to affect us negatively, as this will interfere with the choices that we make in our lives as a whole, as we'll take into consideration the fact that we're constantly being watched, thus judged in a way, and we will have to conform. This is inevitably happening according to Small Business Trends Portal. In 100 years' time, it's expected that everyone on this planet will be networked. Another thing at stake here is the future of literature and linguistics, which is a very fundamental part of our culture. We are losing our language. Studies are showing that we are favoring abbreviations. This will affect how we document history and how we write literature. So all of what I mentioned are important aspects of our beautiful complexity. We do not have souls. We do not have bodies. We are souls, but bodies that have bodies. All of these are crucial parts of what distinguishes our species, and we are taking steady steps into losing all of that. To conclude, we are fully aware that we're not exactly living in a rosy utopia right now, but judging from what has happened, what is happening, and what will probably happen, we as a house wholeheartedly believe that the current humanity condition is preferable. Thank you.